to share this information with you. So this Srimad Bhagavad Gita is such a wonderful scripture that even if you have read it hundreds or thousands of times also, it is always fresh. It is ever fresh. How many ever times you open Bhagavad Gita and read these verses, you will not get bored at all. So it's so exciting. And I have taught this course multiple times, but even then, I just can't get enough of it. The more I say, the more I feel like, hearing, the more I feel like teaching. It's so wonderful and so addicting. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Okay, let us begin now. So request all of you to turn on your videos, then I can see you. I know who is there here in this class. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Very good. Yes, you can turn on your videos so that I can see you. Huh? Yes, and you can also ask me some questions if you want, but of course, we'll have the questions towards the end. Okay, questions towards the end. And all I want is your undivided attention. So please stop doing multitasking. No multitasking, only Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so you'll be here with me in this class for the next 1 hour. And we will all do this together very nicely. And there will be a deluge of huge amount of knowledge that you're going to get today. So much of spiritual knowledge. It will be like submerging in spirituality today. It will be a very wonderful experience. You will tell me how it is towards the end of the session. So listen attentively. Subject is a little bit difficult because it is the science of the soul. Science of the soul is different from materialistic sciences because this is a difficult subject for sure. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, among the knowledge, I am the spiritual knowledge. The topmost knowledge is Bhagavad Gita. Okay, let us begin now. I'm going to share my screen and we will start. Bhagavad Gita, ISKCON Seshadripuram presents Gita Gyan, essence of Bhagavad Gita. Let's start with the prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. You can also unmute and say if you want. Namaham Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This session is dedicated to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And the book that we are referring is the book written by Srila Prabhupada called as Bhagavad Gita as it is. It is the world's most read Bhagavad Gita commentary. So that is what we are referring. And we are very inspired by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, who is my spiritual master, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki Jai. And he's a governing body commission member and spiritual master. Let us get into the Gita Mahatmya. Gita Mahatmya means importance of Bhagavad Gita. Gita Dhyayana Shilasya Pranayama Parasya Cha Naiva Santihi Papani Purvajanma Kritani Cha. If one reads Bhagavad Gita very seriously and with all seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, the reactions of his past misdeeds will not act upon him. So, the theory of karma is very simple. What you sow is what you reap. So, if I'm going to sow a seed, it's going to become a tree and I'm going to get fruits. Similarly, whatever activities, good or bad, that I have done in my previous lifetime, that is what I am reaping today. Similarly, like that, I have committed so many activities from millions and millions of lifetimes. Now, all of them are just ready to come and slap me, right? So, how do I get rid of all this karma? Very simple solution. Read Bhagavad Gita very seriously and get rid of all the past misdeeds. So simple solution. Let us start with chapter number 2. Contents of the Gita summarized. So chapter number 1 is called Observing the Armies in the Battlefield of Kurukshetra. Now we have come to chapter number 2 from chapter number 1. That is the contents of Gita summarized. So Lord Sri Krishna is summarizing the entire Bhagavad Gita in this chapter. So listen very attentively, be with me here. So we are going to learn today ABCDs of spiritual knowledge. So Bhagavad Gita is said to be the preliminary textbook of spiritual knowledge. This knowledge, you will not get it in any of your textbooks, that I can guarantee you. CBSE, ICSE, NCERT, BTech, MBA, MBBS, MD, BR, MArch, nowhere you're going to find this knowledge that you're going to hear today. You will be completely shocked. So this is ABCD of spiritual knowledge. So let us hear what that is. Now we have seen Arjuna is in a position. He's in a very awkward position. His position is he doesn't know now whether he should fight or he should not. He's very confused about his duty. So that's what he's in right now. So, but the best part is he has got Lord Sri Krishna with him as his chariot driver. So he's just one consultation away, for that one consultation, just ask Lord Sri Krishna, ask for help, ask for help. Let's see what Arjuna does. Bhagavad Gita 2.7. Karpanya dosho pathata svabhavaha pruchami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yachreyasyanischitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. So whenever we are in trouble, we should approach the spiritual master. Right? And here Arjuna is approaching the original spiritual master, Lord Sri Krishna. And what is he saying? When we go to a doctor, we should not hide our symptoms. Right? If you hide your symptoms, you will not get the treatment. You have to say as it is. So when you go to the Guru, you should say. So Arjuna is admitting, oh my dear Lord Sri Krishna, I have lost my composure. And I'm acting in a very miserly manner. I know that, I'm doing a mistake. I'm supposed to be a Kshatriya, warrior. I'm supposed to be fighting. Everybody has high hopes on me in this war of Mahabharata because Arjuna knows that he is the star warrior on the side of Pandavas. And if Arjuna breaks down, it is the confirmed loss of the Pandavas. It's impossible for Pandavas to win this war without Arjuna. Now Arjuna is breaking down. So he's asking, please tell me, I don't know what I should be doing. Out of miserly weakness, I'm not able to decide what is right or what is wrong for me. So please help me out. I am your disciple. He's being very humble here, right? You should become very humble in front of the spiritual master and say, I'm your disciple. I am a soul surrender unto you. So this is the turning point of Bhagavad Gita. Now this is where Lord Sri Krishna is going to take the role of spiritual master. Until then, there was some kind of friendly conversation that was going on. Like Arjuna and Krishna, they were friendly conversation. Like he was just saying, Arjuna was saying, I don't think I should fight. Then Krishna saying, come on, I don't know why you don't want to fight. I can't believe that you're saying like this. That's it, some motivational talk. But now, Arjuna is saying, Shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. I am your disciple surrendered unto you. Please help me. Right? So now Krishna is going to start speaking. Let's see what Krishna says. So first of all, whenever we are in doubt, whom do we ask? Whenever we are in doubt, whom do we ask? We ask our superiors, is it not? We ask our mothers, father, or friends, elder sister, elder brother, right? Uncle, auntie. We ask everyone, is it not? So we ask everybody. Whoever we know, we will ask them. But actually, whom should we be asking? When we are in doubt about our duty, we should consult the spiritual master. We must approach Guru. We must approach a spiritual master. And who is the spiritual master of this entire universe? That is Krishna. Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Right? Lord Sri Krishna is the Guru of the entire universe. So therefore, our mood in hearing Bhagavad Gita should be like this. Oh my dear Lord Sri Krishna, just like you accepted Arjuna as his disciple, please also accept me as your disciple. And please instruct me what is best for me in my life so that I am taking the right decisions. Right? This is how we should be praying to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Then we can understand everything in Bhagavad Gita. So let's see what Lord Sri Krishna has got to say. Now we have the first verse, that is 2.13. I would like one of you to unmute yourself and read out the words and the translation.
Prabhuji, can I read?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, one by one. Yes. Hare Krishna. Please
Okay,
go ahead.
I'll read, okay?
Yes.
13, right? Okay. Dhinosim yata dehe komaram yovanam jara tatha dahanantra praptiri dharistatra namuhti. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very
Can
much.
I go, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Next verse. Who is this?
Shruti.
Shruti Mataji. Yeah. Next verse I will give you. Okay. Thank you. So very nicely said. Okay. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhirastatra na mukhyati. So you see that picture here. When we started our schooling, if you remember, in biology we had one cycle, right? Life cycle of a butterfly. You remember that life cycle of maybe the first one was life cycle of a seed, right? How a seed becomes seedling and then becomes tree, or a life cycle of butterfly, right? You all remember doing that science institution. Yes. So like that. So this is life cycle of our own self. This we don't know. Nobody's teaching this. So we will see this very wonderful. You see this life cycle picture here. So what is happening here? This is small baby, right? And which is like, started to crawl a little bit and then started to walk. And then it's like, going to school and going to college and then gets married. And then, something like, is like a youth, right? And he has children and he has grandchildren, becomes old, very old, deceased, and has to leave the body. And again, enters into the womb of another mother and is born as a small boy again. So you have to get into LKG all over again. So we are repeating this again and again. So as the embodied soul is passing from boyhood to youth to old age, soul is similarly passing to another body at death. This is the most important point. Tatha dehantara prapte. What happens after death? Nobody knows. Bhagavad Gita is declaring, Krishna is declaring, what happens after death? After death, we will be entering into a new body, into a different body. So what is there to be afraid? It's been explained here very nicely by Bhagavad Gita. Is saying a sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Are you not a sober person? Krishna is asking Arjuna, are you not a sober person? Why are you getting bewildered? That, these people will die, he's going to die, why are you bothered? Anyways, this is a life cycle and everybody has to die and has to get into another body. Don't be bewildered by this, Arjuna. Yes, Kirti Mataji, Shruti Kirti Mataji, yes. Yes, Shruti Kirti Mataji. You want to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Vasamsi jrinani yatha vihaya navani grihanti naroparani tata tata starirani vihaya jiranai anayani samayati navayani dehi. A person, as a person puts on a new garments, giving up old garments, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and unless ones.
Hare Krishna. Yes, thank you very much, Shruti Kirti Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So, Vasamsi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya Navani Grihanati Naroparani Tatha Sharirani Vihaya Jirnani Anyani Samyati Navani Dehi. So, a soul is changing bodies, right? Just like how we change our dress. When we go outside on the whole day, I go outside, I go to school, I go to college, I go to work, and after when I come back from home, come back to home, what do I do first? I will change my dress, right? I'll change my dress and wear a fresh dress, right? So similarly, a soul also, when the dress, that is when the bodily dress becomes old and useless, right? Jirnani, then it leaves that body and enters into another anyani samyati navani dehi, new body. Inside a new body it enters. This is such a normal life cycle. This is happening all around us and we have no idea that this is happening. Millions and millions and millions and trillions of souls are changing bodies every single day and we have not taken notice of it, and nobody has informed us of this changes that are happening all around us. So what is the key learning from these two verses? What is the key learning, key takeaway from these two verses? It is, I am the eternal spirit soul. I am the body? No, that's wrong. I am not the body. I am the eternal spirit soul. But somehow we just got entrapped in this body, is it not? Somehow we are just not able to come out of this bodily conception of life, right? So when I ask you, who are you? You'll say, I am so and so, etc., etc., etc. And we are entrapped in this body and we are entrapped by the nature that this body has. And we are falsely thinking that this nature is my nature. Actually, I have got nothing to do with the nature of this body, which is temporary. So let us see what are the characteristics of a soul. Yes, one of you can unmute yourself and read the slide here, the different characteristics of soul. Yes, Dhanpal.
Prabhuji, can Bhagavad read?
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Hare
go
Krishna.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dhanpal. Yes.
The soul is unbreakable, can't be burned by fire, unchangeable,
Yes.
invisible,
Yes.
inconceivable.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you. So the characteristics of soul is like this, that it is something that cannot be broken into pieces. You cannot break a soul technically. You can't burn it by fire, nor wither it by wind, nor you can make it wet by water. You cannot do anything with the soul. It's unchangeable. It's always the same. It will always remain the same. It is invisible to our eyes. I cannot, see where it is. What is the size of a soul? I'll tell you what is the size of a soul. Okay. If you take the tip of your hair, right? The hair is there. It has a tip. It's so small. You take the tip of the hair and make 10,000 parts in that. So that is the size of the soul. Keshagra shatabhagasya shatadar kalpita shataha. Right? So it is said in the Upanishads that the size of the soul is 1/10,000 part of the tip of the hair. Right? And it always remains the same. So basically, we have to understand the identity of ourselves, that we are that spirit soul. Right? Our bodies are changing, but then we are always the same. Nobody can harm us. Let's see what Krishna says next. Yes. Who can read this? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes. Pallavi Mataji, go ahead.
O Arjuna, the soul can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna is saying The soul can never be slain. It's not possible to kill the soul. Why are you getting so worried that I'll have to kill this person, kill that person, so many people will die? Why are you thinking about all that? Right? The soul can never be slain. And why do you want to grieve for any living being? Don't grieve for this. You just do your duty. Don't worry about the soul. Do your duty. So now we have to go to that part. Do your duty. Now that you know that you are your soul, you are a soul, and nothing happens to the soul, that doesn't mean that you're going to sit down and do nothing. Now that you know that you are the soul and that you have to perform your duty. What is this duty? Does soul have a duty? Anybody wants to say? Does soul have a duty?
No.
No.
Then why is Krishna saying, do your duty?
No.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I'm Vipra.
Vipra, yes.
We have a duty, like we should always remember Lord.
Okay,
It's
very
our
nice. Yeah, very nice. The soul also has a duty. The duty of the soul is, it has to always remember God.
Krishna.
Right. It has to remember Krishna. That is the duty of the soul. That's nice. Interesting. But then why should Arjuna fight then? Right. Okay. It's a very long debate. No worries. So basically the thing is, so even though we are the eternal spirit soul, in combination with the material nature, we are under the bodily conception of life. At the moment, we have not realized that we are the soul. And as long as we have not realized that we are the soul, we should continue to perform our prescribed duties based on the nature of our body. Every body has got certain kind of nature. And based on that nature, there are prescribed duties which are given in the Vedas. And that duties, we are supposed to be doing them and not stopping them, right? We should not be stopping our duties. So here is the most famous verse of Bhagavad Gita.
Prabhuji, just a second.
Yes.
Prabhuji, could you show the slide of the characteristics of soul?
Yes. Can we do it at the last, at the end?
Yeah,
I'll show it
Prabhuji.
again once more. Okay. I'll show it to you at the end. Okay.
Prabhuji, can I read it out?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Saraswati.
Saraswati. Yes. Go ahead, please. Saraswati.
Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu karachana ma karma phala heturvar mate santosha karmani.
Yes. The translation also, please.
Okay. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself a cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. Thank you.
Thank you. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhur ma te sangostva akarmani. So it's a very simple. Huh? You have right to perform your duty, but you cannot demand results. Results are not in our hands. Is it not? We can do, whatever we can, we will definitely do, right? For example, if you have got an exam tomorrow morning, you have to study properly, very nicely. You study nicely, put all your efforts, but then how many marks you are going to get, whether you're going to pass or not, whether you're going to get that grade that you want or not, that is not in your hands. You're not entitled to the fruits of action, right? And never consider yourself the cause of the result of your action. In case, okay, let's say you have got the result, you passed. Now you should not think that, it was because of me that I have passed. It's one of the reasons. It's not the only reason. Your efforts are one of the reasons. We will see in Bhagavad Gita that Lord Krishna will say in the 18th chapter, what are the different reasons, why some result comes. So Krishna is the original reason or the original cause. It's the Daiva, right? Krishna is the original cause of any kind of result that we get. It is given by Krishna only. That we have to understand. It's not by my endeavor. If it was supposed to be by my endeavor, then it must be repeatable. So just like, we see that, all the billionaires, like different billionaires, right? They tell all their secrets to everybody. I did this. the secret is open. Everybody is doing it, but they are not becoming billionaires. Only this guy became, others are not becoming billionaires. Why is that so? Right? So there is something called karma, right? It's not possible that, you can reap, everybody can just scale a formula and become a billionaire, right? So that's why Krishna is saying, you do your duty. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, right? Now, Arjuna's prescribed duty is, being a Kshatriya, he's supposed to fight, right? That is his prescribed duties, right? So that he has got a right to fight, right? He has a right to fight in the war as a Kshatriya. He has a right to take care of people, to rule a kingdom, right? To get the rightful share of the kingdom that they own. That right, they have. But you have to understand that you only can do your duty. You can't demand results that, I have to get this. It's not possible. Don't consider yourself to be the cause of the result. And never be attached to not doing your duty. Don't do that. Don't give up your duty just because of some kind of weakness, right? Just like sometimes we say, I give up. I don't want to go to the exam. I'm going to quit, right? Just like there are so many divorces and some people even suicide, and they want to give up their life. Just quit, call it quits. So this is something that we should not be doing. We should never give up our prescribed duties, right? Without proper renunciation, we are not supposed to be giving up our duty. We should in fact be doing our duty very seriously, very sincerely, and very properly, and forget about the result. The result is not in our hands. Result is Krishna's hands. So I will do my best and I am always happy. The result is not in my hands. This much if I know, I can be very productive at work. I can become very, very successful person in life and very peaceful person. So this is called as Karma Yoga, right? Hemaraj Mataji would like to read. Mataji,
Hi Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. Karma Yoga. Never consider yourself as the cause of results of activities. Never be attached not doing duty. Perform your duty equipped in Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna. So Karma Yoga is as simple as this. So we all should be learning Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? Krishna is not saying give up your work and sit down. No. Krishna is saying do your duty more sincerely, but please don't consider yourself as the cause of the result. And don't be attached to not doing your duty also, and perform your duty equipoised. What does that mean? Equipoised means equilibrium, right? Just like if you're very happy, don't be disturbed. If you're very sad, don't be disturbed. Be equipoised. If you get success, don't become too happy, right? And don't celebrate. Oh my God, success. No. Failure, don't be crying. Okay. Just be equipoised. This is your duty that you're doing. Just do it as a duty. That's it. In Krishna consciousness, in God consciousness. So that is what makes karma into Karma Yoga. Yoga means connection with the divine. If there is no connection with the divine, that is not called Karma Yoga. That will be only karma. Karma means accumulation of results of activities. I'm simply accumulating, the results of my activities simply by doing work more and more and more. No, that's not what Krishna is saying. Krishna is saying, do work properly in my consciousness, remembering Krishna, remembering God, right? That's when it becomes yoga. That's when it becomes a liberating process. That's when you are actually a yogi just by sitting at home, just by sitting in front of a laptop, just by, cooking food at home. You're still a yogi. You're still a very advanced yogi if you are performing activities equipoised in Krishna consciousness. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you a very interesting story. Okay. So this is the story of Ambarish Maharaj. So what is this story of Ambarish Maharaj? We will see now. So there was a great king by the name Ambarish Maharaj. And this king, he was a very, very, very wonderful devotee of Lord. Right? And he used to very nicely take care of his subjects. And there was a very unique quality for this king. The unique quality about Ambarish Maharaj was he used to engage all his senses in Krishna, in God. How he used to do that? I'll tell you what he used to do. He used to engage his mind in thinking about the lotus feet of Krishna. He used to engage his mouth in glorifying Lord Krishna. He used to engage his eyes in seeing the beautiful darshan of the deities of Krishna. He used to engage his ears in hearing the glorification of Krishna. And he used to engage his tongue in tasting the tulasi that is offered to Lord Sri Krishna. He used to engage his nose in smelling the flowers or the incense offered to Lord Sri Krishna. He used to engage his hands in cleaning the house or cleaning the temple of Krishna. He used to engage his legs in going to the temples of Krishna or pilgrimages of Krishna like Vrindavan Dham and Dwarka Dham, Mathura, like that. That is how he used to engage all his body in Krishna consciousness, just like how Krishna explained, right? You do your activities, you perform your activities, but in Krishna consciousness. At the same time, he was a very nice king also. He used to effortlessly carry out all his duties as a great king, right? That is a living example of Krishna consciousness. If you are Krishna conscious, you will see how you will be protected. You know, Lord gave him his disc called Sudarshan Chakra for his protection. He sent it for his personal protection, and that Sudarshan used to stay in the court of Ambarish Maharaj. One day, Ambarish Maharaj decided to do Ekadashi Vrat, right? Ekadashi Vrat is like, you know, fasting on the 11th lunar day of the month, right? There are two lunar Ekadashis like Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha, waning and waxing moon. And there are two Ekadashis that come in a month. So one Ekadashi, he was fasting very nicely. And the next day morning, he's supposed to be breaking his fast at the time of the Dwadashi Paran time. That is the rule as per the scriptures. So when he's about to eat the food to break the fast, at that time came Durvasa Mahamuni. So can anybody tell me what is Durvasa very famous or infamous for?
Anger.
His anger, Prabhuji.
Yes, Durvasa can curse. If Durvasa will curse, then gone, finished. So he's very angry and he can curse. If there is any small mistake, finished. So what happens is Durvasa comes, and exactly when he's about to break his fast, he comes, and the Dwadashi time to close is also very nearby now. Now he's very confused what to do, Ambarish. So Ambarish Maharaj, he asks, what happens is like, Durvasa, he says, okay, I'll just go and bath and come. You just wait for me. Don't eat your food. We will have food together. And he says, okay, sure, Maharaj. Then this Durvasa is not coming back. And the time is ticking. It's the time to break the fast. What should I do now? Then he asks the Brahmanas, what should I do? Then they say, you just drink some water. That's okay. It's not like you are eating food or something. It's just drinking water. You will break your fast, Nirjal, and still you will not be offending Durvasa. Okay, fine. And he drinks the water. And then Durvasa Mahamuni comes. Says, how dare you? You drank water without me coming. Now see what I will do to you. And he just created a demon from his hair and he sent on Ambarish Maharaj, who came to kill Ambarish Maharaj. Then the disc of Lord came, Sudarshana, and it cut in that demon into pieces. And then Durvasa tried to do something against Sudarshan, but Sudarshan started chasing Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni had to run everywhere. He ran. He reached Brahmaloka. And he asked Lord Brahma for help. Oh my dear Lord, please help me out. This Sudarshan Chakra is chasing me. It's going to kill me now. Please help me out. Then he says, no, I can't do anything. Maybe you can ask to Lord Shiva. Maybe he'll be able to help you. He goes to Lord Shiva and says, Lord Shiva, please help me from the Sudarshan. He's trying to kill me. He says, no, I cannot do anything. Please go to Lord Vishnu. Then he goes to Lord Vishnu to Vaikunta planets. And he tells to Lord, oh my dear Lord, please withdraw your weapon back. It's going to kill me. The Lord Vishnu says, I'm so sorry. I am under the full control of my devotees. If you want protection, you go and surrender to Ambarish Maharaj, and then you will be safe. Then he will run to Ambarish Maharaj and fall on the feet of Ambarish Maharaj. It's a very unique sight because we don't see that the sadhus are catching the feet of king. It's usually the opposite, right? The king are always under the protection or under the guidance of sadhus, and they are always, catching the feet. But here, Ambarish Maharaj, even though he's not a sadhu Mahatma in the sense of he was not a kind of a saintly in that sense, in a bodily kind of a sense, he was not that, but he was always following Krishna consciousness. He was 100% God conscious. So that is how he had the immunity from the God. So this is the knowledge that we have heard today from Bhagavad Gita. The Lord Shri Krishna is saying, perform your duty in Krishna consciousness, right? To understand what is your identity. First of all, you understand that you are not the body, right? Just like mathematics. I'm sure not many of you like it. So mathematics, if you start a mathematics problem with a wrong formula or a wrong input, how likely are you to get the right solution? Is there any chance?
No, Prabhuji.
Gone. First step, if you make a mistake, what will happen to the last step?
It will be completely incorrect.
Completely incorrect. So if we do not understand this formula that I am not the body, I am the soul. If we start with that first formula, I am the body, and let me take care of my body and let me dedicate my entire life in serving and satisfying and making or pleasing this body, then from the first equation to the last equation, the entire life decisions would be wrong, right? So this is very important and a very powerful learning for all of us, that we are the soul. So let's do a quick recap of what we have done today. So we all started with the indecisiveness of Arjuna, and Arjuna decided to surrender to Lord Shri Krishna. Arjuna surrendered to Lord Krishna and asked him, please tell me what is most beneficial for me. And Krishna spoke about the science of the soul, science of the transmigration of the soul. Nobody talks about it, right? And it's happening all around us. And we don't know that there is somebody within this body, and that is the soul, which does not change. I am changing my body from my childhood to youth to old age, but the soul remains the same and it accepts another body. So this body is like a dress. It's like a covering, just like how we change our dress when it becomes useless and old, the body will be changed by the soul. So we will accept a new body. The characteristics of the soul is that soul is unbreakable, it is inconceivable, it is invisible, and it is not possible to kill a soul. Soul is always eternal. And Krishna is saying, perform your duties without expecting the fruits. So you have to be in this mindset that whatever I am doing, this is my duty, right? And whatever I get is a bonus. Because I'm anyways, it's like, an employee who's working in a company, it's his duty to do. It's not that he's doing some kind of a favor. That is his duty. So similarly, whatever duties that we are doing, it is our duty. So as a duty, we have to do our work, right? So that is the mindset that we should have. And we should not expect results, right? We should just do it for the pleasure of God. And we should give a very sincere attempt in our work. If we simply take this formula, we will scale to very, very great heights in life, materially and spiritually both. So perform your duty, equipoise. Don't be disturbed, with some petty success and petty failure. Okay, you got a little bit of success and then, wow, I got success. Now I'm going to stop, throw it away, right? No, that's wrong. Or if you've just failed once and finished, I'm not going to try it again. I tried writing one computer program and it didn't compile and I hate computers. No, don't do that. Just perform your duty equipoised in Krishna consciousness. That's the most important point. We have to engage our mind in Krishna, in thinking about God, right? That is the final goal of doing all this, knowing all this, doing all this. It's because of that. So here is a nice Rajbhog plate that's offered to Lord. You see how tasty it is. Like there are so many paratas, there's sweets, there's some kind of dahi and so many nice food. So this is food for the external body. What about food for the soul? What is the food for the soul? The food for the soul is chanting of Hare Krishna. Chanting of the names of God or remembering God by chanting his names is a very powerful process, right? So this gives happiness to our soul. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Even if you are going to chant this forever also will not get bored. Simply by taking the names of Krishna, we become very pleased. Because Krishna is happiness. And Krishna is not different from his name. So if we are taking his names, it's almost like I am associating with Krishna directly. So whatever his nature is there, I will attain that nature. So that's about today's class. And I have some important announcements for all of you. So we are doing on this Saturday, Gita Mahayagya. What is this Gita Mahayagya? Let us together chant all the 700 verses, starting from the first verse of Bhagavad Gita, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre, that's verse, right? Dhritarashtra's verse, right? First verse. Till the last verse of Sanjaya, we will read. Right? 700 verses. It will take 3.5 hours. But it is really worth it. You should experience this spiritual feeling that you will get after the vibrations you get from this Bhagavad Gita. You will understand what is the power of Bhagavad Gita if you attend this session completely from, you take out some time on Saturday. On 3rd December, Saturday, on the auspicious day of Gita Jayanti. It's not at all an ordinary day. It's the day when Bhagavad Gita came, right? Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Lord Sri Krishna on this day, right? It's a very auspicious day and there's no charge for this event. So you can call your friends, your family, everyone, whoever you can call, sit down and try to chant. And if you are able to make it till the end, we will issue a certificate. Okay. So get your copy of Bhagavad Gita as it is today so that you are able to participate in this. If you already have a copy of Bhagavad Gita, that's fine. You can read from that. Okay. So if you want to order Bhagavad Gita, I will send the QR code on the WhatsApp group very soon. And the price also, I will be putting it. What is the price of one copy of Bhagavad Gita and the QR code? I'll put it in the WhatsApp group. You can pick it up from there. And if you want it to be delivered very soon before Saturday, please order immediately. Okay. So 4th December. So it looks like we are going to have a party this weekend. Huh? So party with Gita Gyan. Life coaching with Bhagavad Gita. December 4th. How to overcome the greatest challenges of life. A very powerful session, 1 hour session, where you will hear the secret of how to overcome the greatest challenges of life. Right? So you will really very much love this because in the past when we did it, people just love
Prabhuji, on 3rd, the timings?
Timings 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
In temple, Prabhu, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.?
No, Zoom. We will send out a Zoom link and all.
And Prabhuji, the timings for this session, live coaching with Bhagavad Gita for this?
This will be most likely 6 p.m. on Sunday.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Prabhu, Saturday's event at what time in temple?
It's not in temple, it's online. That is 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, it's online on Zoom.
Hmm.
Okay. So this event is 6 p.m. Okay, so if you are going to attend 12 classes and attend 12 quizzes, you'll get this certificate. This is a very, very special certificate because this certificate is Krishna's certificate. This is a certificate. Of course, you can't use this certificate and you can't put it on your resume. I mean, you can't show this certificate and say, give me a job. No, that's not possible. But you can use this certificate to show it to Krishna. Krishna is definitely going to see it. Krishna is definitely going to appreciate. So everybody has got a relationship with God, right? So our relationship with God. So this is for the pleasure of Krishna, right? Do this certificate. You'll feel very, very happy about it. Okay. 12 chapters is all you have to attend, and it's not at all difficult. It's quite easy. Okay. 12 chapters. Be with me. We will hear this Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so here is our address, and let's see if we have some question and answers. So starting from tomorrow, we will have Sumukha Vrajanatha Prabhu, who will be taking the classes. So I was like the makeshift teacher for this batch. So I'll keep coming to the classes in between, and maybe I'll take a class or two in between again. Okay. So I was like the makeshift teacher. I'm assisting Sumukha Vrajanatha Prabhu. So Sumukha Vrajanatha Prabhu is going to continue from tomorrow. Please don't drop the classes. He's going to teach very nicely. He's very experienced Bhagavad Gita teacher. Stay with us, and I'm going to come again and again and see if you're there or not. Okay. So just stay with me. Okay. If anybody has any questions, you can ask me. With respect to today's session, if you have any questions, please ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I don't have any question, but one thing which I was very excited to learn yesterday, you have that I would like to share with you. Yesterday, you have asked what were the symptoms of. I mean, you have informed us about the symptoms that Arjun was facing, and at that time, you have asked us to unjumble a word for which we have. Unjumbled it as the dices. One more word which I had heard, but today I inquired about. It was dissect, DISEC, and according dissect is an institute or an organization. It is of organization of the UN Charter, and its full form is Disarmament and International Security Committee. What the main thing which excited me is this: its purpose is in the General Assembly to establish general principles of cooperation in the maintenance of international peace and security, including the principles governing disarmament and the regulations of armament. Like as the Krishna done on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, it's all similar what we are finding here. He also used I mean, this institute also gives recommendation with regards to such principles to the members or to the Security Council. As the Krishna taught us Gita, this is what this organization also does. So that what fascinated me, so I wanted to share it with you people.
Thank you, Komal. Hare Krishna. Very wonderful.
Hare
Nice
Krishna.
observation. Yes, absolutely. Bhagavad Gita is actually a textbook of peace. So if you're going to read Bhagavad Gita, you will become very peaceful. So somebody asks, like, oh, how is Bhagavad Gita a textbook of peace? You know, Krishna is saying, go and fight. So it doesn't matter. See, fighting, not fighting, doing work, not doing work, this is not the thing. Whatever you are doing, you should be peaceful. An army officer must be fighting, but still he should be peaceful at heart. Is it not? If army officer is not peaceful, how can we be safe here? Right? If the police is non-violent against the thieves, then all our money will be gone. Right? So yeah, let them do their duty with lot of peace. So if they are peaceful, let everybody be peaceful. So that is the concept of Bhagavad Gita. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhuji, can the soul have a specific name? Soul doesn't have any name. Yes, Vishant Kala, nice question. Soul doesn't have a name. It's just that, we are giving different names to all these forms, but soul as such does not have any name.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dhanapal. Yes.
Prabhu, actually, this three modes of material nature, can you explain, Prabhu?
Three modes of material nature is very easy. See, when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? Just after waking up, just you brush your teeth and, you just take a bath and come at around 6:30 a.m. How do you feel? Very peaceful, happy, relaxed. Fast forward, time is 8:50, 10 minutes, your bus is going to leave. How do you feel? That was mode of goodness. Okay. 8:50, how do you feel? When your bus is about to leave and you don't have enough time to catch it. Mode of passion. You're in a mode to run. So where is the cab? Where is the cab? Where is the bus? You're in a mode of running, mode of passion, right? And when you are going to come back home after a long day of work, you'll be sitting on your couch and watching television. At that time, you'll not be responding to anybody, right? You'll be half asleep and you'll be just changing the channels or changing the Netflix or whatever, right? At that time, that is mode of ignorance. These are the three modes of material nature, okay? We'll come to that in 14th chapter. It's a very interesting concept. Okay, Dhanpal Prabhu, yes.
Prabhu, is that Rajogun, Tajogun?
Yeah, Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamagun. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, any more questions? Prabhuji, how can you discover our soul? Yeah, very nice question. How to discover our soul? So to discover our soul, first of all, we have to invest some time for our soul. Just like I said, no, we are in a kind of in a civilization which only takes care of the body but completely forgets about the soul, right? We are only taking care of our body, but what about our soul, right? So we have to take care of our soul also. I'll tell you one story. There was a person, okay, who used to own a parrot, and he had bought a very nice cage for that parrot, and that he used to daily polish that very nicely. But one day the parrot died. Why did the parrot die? Why did
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji.
Yes.
It died because he cared only about that cage. He didn't care about the parrot. Hare Krishna.
He didn't care about the parrot. He cared only about the cage. So similarly, the soul is the parrot inside the cage of body. We are encaged within the body. So we have to care for our soul. Care for our soul means reading Bhagavad Gita, following the instructions of Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna. This is the care for our soul. Okay, next question here. How do we know what is the purpose of our life? Very good question. Now, if I ask you, if you join one company, okay, how do you know what is your duty? If I ask you that, what would you say? Anybody can answer? After joining a company, you have accepted an offer letter, you have joined a company. Now you want to know what is the actual work that you are supposed to be doing. What would you?
Nothing but job profile or job description.
Job profile, job description.
Yes.
Right? So there is something called job profile or job description. What else? If you want to know more about what you want to do,
We'll get trained about it.
you get trained. Yes, there'll be a trainer. Yeah, on the job training.
And also senior.
From the seniors, like from the seniors. So you're reading the job profile document and you're talking to your seniors and you're getting training. So to know what is the purpose of your life, you have to read the documentation given by the creator of this universe. The documentation or the life manual that is given for us is Bhagavad Gita. If we hear or read Bhagavad Gita, then we will understand what is our roles and responsibilities in this life. And we have to take guidance from those people who are already following, who are experienced, just like how you talk to your seniors and get, how to get on the job training. You'll ask them, right? You take the guidance from already those people who are practicing, and then you will know properly, clearly what is the purpose of your life. Okay. Our purpose of our life is to serve God. Okay. Hare Krishna. Let me see the next question. Very nice questions. Keep them coming. How do we know that we are accepted by Krishna? Okay, that's a tricky one. How do we know that we are accepted by Krishna? Okay. I think that, when we are accepted by Krishna, we will know ourselves. Okay, because Krishna consciousness is a direct perception. So Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita, Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam susukam kartum avyayam. Right? So when we are accepted by Krishna, our inclination towards knowing about God increases. Our interest and enthusiasm in serving God increases. To know personally about him, right? And what he does, what is his story. We get so much of interest in all of this. That means, God is actually getting attracted towards and he's giving us mercy. Is there any difference between karma and karma yoga? Absolutely. Very relevant question and very nice question. Absolutely, there's a difference between karma and karma yoga. They're not the same thing. Karma is doing your duty, right? That is as per the shastras. That is also as per the scriptures. I mean, we cannot whimsically do anything and say this is karma. No, we have to be doing whatever is given in the scriptures. Just like how you take a medicine, you have to take the medicine in the prescribed medicine. You can't take whatever medicine you like and say this is a medicine. It will not be a medicine. It may do something else, right? So similarly, if you do work as just like prescribed duties, just like a medicine, then it has a curing effect for you. So just like, and we will be accumulating pious or sinful reactions based on your karma. Now, if we add Krishna to it, if we add God to this, right? If you're working in God consciousness, that is called karma becomes karma yoga. So whatever work you are doing does not matter. Simply add Krishna to it. It becomes karma yoga. And you are actually a yogi now by doing this process. Okay. Good question. Okay, keep them coming. Yes. Any other question that I missed? Yes. Hare Krishna. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. And those of you who want to leave can leave.
Prabhuji, one small question, not related to this. General question. How to get focus on a particular thing? For example, I want to read something, but I'm not reading that. I'm rolling on Instagram or rolling on YouTube. So how to get focus on a particular thing? How to get concentrate on a particular thing? Can you please advise me anything?
Yeah, how to get focus on a particular thing, right? So I think one simple way is you have to understand why you want to do certain activity. If you know why you are doing something, then your likelihood of doing that will be better. So you have to understand. So do two things. Okay. There are some things that are distracting you, and there are some things that you don't want to do, and there are some things you want to do. So here a little bit about why you should not be distracted by these things and why you should be doing this work. Just try to hear more about that and you'll become more focused. It's a very practical solution you can try. Okay. So simply by knowing why you should not do that, we will get focus. Yes. Hare Krishna. Yes. Yes. Anybody who has joined today new, who wants to introduce themselves can introduce. Please tell me your name, where are you from, and how did you know about this course?
Prabhuji, why you are not taking class from tomorrow?
Okay, I'll keep coming. Don't worry. I'll be there. I'll be around. Okay, this is supposed to be like, it's not my class actually. This is like Sumukha Prabhu's class. I'm taking a class in Telugu. Okay, but that's from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm taking a class in Telugu. So that's what it is. So I committed for taking a Telugu class system. I usually take English classes, but this time I took Telugu class 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so that's what I'm taking. And it will be difficult for me. But of course, I said, like, I'll keep coming. And I of course, this Sunday, I'll be taking the class, right? How to overcome the greatest challenges of life. It's me who's going to take the class. So just stay with us.
Sunday class timings, Prabhu?
That class timings will be 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday class.
Sunday class recording will be there, no, Prabhu?
Yes. Yes.
In Attapur ISKCON, we have class.
Okay, no problem. I will have a recording and I will send you. I hope you are on my WhatsApp group. And everybody, please note down my phone number. Please note down my phone number. Okay, I'm just putting it in the chat. My phone number is 99165 89428. I repeat, 9916589428. My name is Srihari Sridhara Das, and I'll be around in these classes. You can ping me anytime you want to talk. You can call me. Okay. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
You had said about that Ekadashi, no, Guruji. Two types of Ekadashi. Can you repeat it again?
So there are two fortnights, right? The waxing moon fortnight and the waning moon fortnight, right? From full moon to a new moon and a new moon to a full moon, right? So this is like the two fortnights, right? So one Ekadashi which comes here and one Ekadashi which comes here. So 11th lunar day from the first day, that is Ekadashi. Shukla Paksha Ekadashi, and this is Krishna Paksha Ekadashi. Two Ekadashis on one day. Okay.
We fast at
Thank you,
Krishna Paksha
Guruji.
Ekadashi, Prabhu.
Both generally people who want to fast, they do both. Okay? Yes. Hare Krishna. Is that clear?
Actually, why we want to fast on Ekadashi?
I will tell about that on Ekadashi. When is the next Ekadashi? Prabhu, you know what is the Ekadashi next one? 4th December. So Monday, okay, I will do a special class. You can attend in that class. I will speak about Ekadashi in a separate class.
Timings, Prabhuji?
Huh?
Timings?
I'll let you know. I'll put it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, that's a separate class, not in this Bhagavad Gita class. Okay, it will be a separate class. I'll just speak about Ekadashi and Ekadashi glories. What is the specialty? I'll speak about that. Or on 3rd, I can also speak. We'll see. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.